I remember back in the day taking a dog training class with this really old school, tough lady trainer, and she would tell us when people would approach her saying, "My dog is friendly," she would say, "I'm not." Believe it or not, one of the hardest things for people with fearful or reactive dogs isn't learning to do the training. It's dealing with other people and dogs who don't respect your boundaries. Part of helping our dogs become less fearful is letting them know we have their backs and we're going to step in when they feel worried. There's a big social part of having a fearful and reactive dog that isn't always covered in regular training because it's people training and not dog training. I'm sure you've experienced this. A well-meaning person is walking up to you with their dog or even by themselves and saying, "Can I pet your dog?" Or "My dog is so great with other dogs." Or the person who's been told, "My dog is not great around strangers," and they continue to move towards your dog saying, "All dogs love me." Famous last words, right? One thing that can be really helpful is to have a badge or harness on your dog's leash or collar that says, "Do not approach" or "Do not pet." But as we know, dogs don't read, and people are really good at ignoring signs. This is where some helpful scripts come in. Practice these phrases so they become automatic for you. Because in the moment, it's really, really hard to think about what to say to someone. To the person who is approaching you with their dog and they're not asking for permission, put your hand up and say, "Stop, do not come any closer." This is a very direct way to protect your dog and keep everyone safe in that situation. If you want to explain yourself, you can say, "Thanks so much, we're training, we're not ready to say hi." For the person who approaches either by themselves, with a child, or with their dog and says, "Can we say hi?" These are the things that you can say back to them. No, or "No thanks," is absolutely enough. "No thanks, we're training." "No thanks, we're not ready to say hi." "No thanks, we're working right now." "We're not comfortable meeting new people or dogs." "No thanks, my dog is afraid." For an off-leash dog, you may need to position yourself between your dog and the dog that's approaching you. You can yell, "Leash your dog," or "Come and get your dog." Oftentimes, if a person's allowing their dog to get that close, they probably don't have great recall, and unfortunately, you might need to take matters into your own hands. Putting your hands up again and saying "No" or "Go" are very clear, and oftentimes dogs will stop in their tracks and not continue approaching. What I've also done is I will take a handful of treats and throw them right in the dog's face. What this does, it surprises them and they stop, and then they smell the treats and they start eating them off the ground. It is really important to be very direct in these situations, which I know isn't always easy. I know it's hard to say no to people. You might feel like you're being rude or hurting their feelings, but your dog's safety is more important than their feelings. This is not only important in the moment, but being able to advocate for your dog really shows your dog that you have their back and that you can step in when they're starting to feel uncomfortable.